Hi everyone, hope you're all doing good. In this video, we are going to talk about IRCTC, that is Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation. So, most of you are sending me dozens of emails asking me about this particular company, and I also get a lot of requests from my students asking me what's actually happening in this particular stock price. So today I'm going to do my analysis on IRCTC. Before we do that, I humbly request you to click on the subscribe button, tap on the notification icon. And also, if you like to know more about me, more about my trading style, I recommend you to visit my website, that is www.tradingcoach.co.in. Alright, so being said that, let us directly get into the topic here without wasting any further time. So right now, if you look at IRCTC stock prices, it looks a little scary here because the stock prices have actually fallen down a lot, right? You can see a very drastic sell-off over here. So let us quickly measure how much percentage points we had a fall, right? So we had a fall all the way from 6,320, to be very precise, it's from 6,500 to all the way down till 4,434, right? A very huge sell-off in the stock prices, that's somewhere close to 30% dip in the stock prices, right? And I'm pretty sure most of the traders who bought the stock somewhere around 4,900 or someone who bought it somewhere around 5,000, they're all trapped in the market right now, and they all have to wait till the prices are going to bounce back. So this is the reason why you're not supposed to buy the stock at peak values. Right? Never chase the stock that is actually increasing in value. Always look for companies which are trading at lower levels. Okay. So many people are right now trapped in the market. It's very obvious. All right. So this is, the IRCTC 1 month time frame. And you can see that since from the beginning of April 2020, that is right after the March 2020 COVID crisis, the stock prices have continuously rallied, right? So let us see how much percentage movement is this. So let me do a quick measurement over here. Since from the bottom to the top, I will just leave out the wick. I will just consider only the bottom. If I just consider the wick, that's way too much value. So right now, if I just consider the closing price of this month's candle, it is somewhere around 332%, right? Which means if you have invested somewhere around 1 lakh, your return would have become somewhere close to 3 lakhs, right? That is after capital. Your total investment would have become somewhere close to 4 lakhs. And if I compare the rally with the peak value over here, this gives me somewhere around 520% return. That is 5 times your capital. Your capital would have grown by 5 times in size. So after making this drastic movement, right, which is simply a sign of overvalued market, it is very natural for the markets to correct, right? Don't expect the stock prices to continuously keep rising. They are not going to rise like a straight line. All right, you're going to see some corrections down the line, and what we are seeing right now is also a kind of a correction, a typical correction that is taking place in the stock prices. Alright, so now let us go back to our initial time frame and let us try to do our analysis for the short term. So as I said before, a correction is very normal in the stock prices, and what we are seeing right now is also a kind of a typical correction after an overvalued market. So now the question is, how long can we expect this correction to go on? Maybe the answer to that, well, to be frank, is we are not sure. The correction may continue to take place as long as there is a good selling pressure is there in the market. So the selling pressure which we are seeing right now on these candles, if this particular selling pressure continues to occur in the next couple of days, then we may see further downfall in the stock prices of IRCTC. And now many people have a simple question like, should I have to hold IRCTC or should I have to sell the stock? Well, the obvious answer is, if you're a short-term trader, then precisely like if you're planning to hold the stock for like 2 or 3 days or something like that, then you must get out of the position, because if we see a broad correction, then the stock prices may not recover for next couple of months. On the other hand, if you're a long-term investor or if you're a kind of a trader who's holding the position for 6 months to 1 year or 2 year down the line, then you can continue to hold the stock because it's a good company overall. So apart from that, let us also look at another important thing. Let us see how the volume is responding to the stock prices. We will see how volume is correlating with the price action so that we can understand who's actually selling the stock. Alright, so let me pull out the volume here. So let me go to the volume tab. Let me type volume. Alright, so right now I have added volume below this particular price chart. And as you can notice the volume over here, you can see that the volume has actually spiked out, right? You can see a very huge increase in the volume here, and it is all-time high actually. The volume has peaked out like anything after this initial fall in the stock prices. After this sharp candle, the next candle recorded nearly around somewhere close to 9 to 10 million contracts or 9 to 10 million shares were sold in the market. So this technically means some big players are actually exiting from the stock. They are trying to exit from their positions. They are trying to offload their positions in IRCTC. So my view is if this sell-off continues to take place, if this downward momentum continue to happen further, then we may break the levels. So we have a support level somewhere around 4,250 and the next support level is somewhere around 4,000. So these are the respective support levels. Once the prices breaks through these support levels, we are going to the downside. And on the other hand, if the prices somehow see some positive surprises, if we see any kind of positive news or something like that, which is very less likely to happen, we may see a very good upside in the stock prices. The market may go all the way till 6,000 or even up to 6,800 if we see positive surprises. But I do believe we are not going to see any positive surprises because the stock prices are already overvalued and it has very less upside and more downside which is going to happen. So as I said before, if you're a trader, keep an eye on the price action, take trades according to the price action, keep an eye on the volume, see how big players are approaching the market. On the other hand, if you're an investor, maybe once the prices goes down to a certain extent, once the prices dips further, then you can try to buy the stock at a discounted value. So overall, make sure you trade or you invest very safely in this particular stock, and the stock is getting very volatile, so be prepared to handle some volatility in upcoming days. And finally, I hope you like this video, you enjoyed what I'm saying here. If you like the video, kindly click on the like button, and also if you have any doubts, any questions, or if you have any feedbacks, leave it in the comment section below. I will try to answer them. Finally, thanks a lot for watching. Brace for what's coming.